Hello, everybody. How are you to this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day? Thank you so much for all your good work as of late. Here you see the Philip Zimbardo Stanford Prison Experiment again. Thanks for diving deep into that and discussing it recently. Yeah, really, really interesting, good stuff about how we behave and who we are. Zimbardo's got a lot of good stuff to share with us. If you didn't get a chance, go back, watch some of that video. And again, Philip Zimbardo is just a super, super cool guy. Want to share with you something supremely special with today. This is one of my favorite lessons to get into. Part one comes from this guy Solomon Asch way back in the early 1950s. Module 75 gets deep into conformity and obedience, some topics today that are really, really interesting about how we are conforming and obeying to some of these recent stay-at-home orders. Solomon Asch did something really interesting back in 1951, an incredibly simple experiment that he showed people this card, essentially. And he gathered a room full of people. Let's say there was 12 or 15 people in the room. One of the people was not included in on the experiment. So one of the people was not included in, and he wanted to see how this person would behave when shown this card. Everybody in the room was meant to give the wrong answer. The quote goes, "The line below on the left is the same size as which line below on the right? Is it line A, line B, or line C?" All the members of the group said line A is the correct line. And that one person that wasn't in on the joke, so to speak, they looked at it and they looked at it, and clearly the right answer is line C. But so many people conformed to the group. Solomon Asch was blown away that 37% of his subjects actually conformed with the wrong answer. What is going on here, right? This is us. This is our behavior. This is the power of the group to get us to give the wrong answer. What I really want to focus on today is Stanley Milgram. Stanley Milgram did this amazingly wild study on obedience. Stanley Milgram was an American Jew that lost family members in the Holocaust 20 years before. He did this test at Yale University in 1962. And the test itself was pretty simple. He called together a group of people, and he called some people teachers, and he called some people learners. And the learners were in on the experiment. They were actors with Stanley Milgram running this study. And the teachers were in on the experiment, and well, they weren't in on it, I should say. The learners weren't in on it, but the teachers were not in on it. And the teachers were told that this was an experiment on memory. And the teachers were given a little bit of authority over the learners. And the teachers were sat before or were sit down before a big machine. You see the guy there in the white shirt on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. He's the teacher, and he's got this big panel that he's sitting in front of, and he's got these buttons. And he's pressing these buttons as the learner gives these wrong answers. So the teacher is reading off this list of words. It's like a word association game, or so he thinks. And he'll say white, house, ball, duck, pencil. And if the learner gives the wrong answer, then the teacher is instructed to give him an electric shock. And for every wrong answer, the teacher moves up the voltage scale all the way up to the last button, 450 volts. And when you watch this video in just a quick minute, again, remember, the learner's not getting shocked. This is all an act. But in the mind of the teacher, he doesn't know that. The mind of the teacher thinks it's a memory test, but what it really is a test on obedience. And I simply want you to watch this video to see how this one particular teacher, the guy that you see in the bottom left, agonizes over this. And again, he doesn't know that the learner is not getting shocked. He really thinks that he is shocking him. And he goes all the way up the scale. It's remarkable how this test is run. Stanley Milgram did something really cool. He invited people to guess how many people would go all the way up the scale. And many people said not a lot of people would, but a lot of people did.